Well, here we are, everybody. We are starting off with a new 1 week club. And I'm very excited for this because, one, Woodz has been proven to have some pretty crazy songwriting. And so, of course, me being somebody who really likes when people are very good at songwriting and lyrical writing, I want to dig into them. So, we are going to be focusing this whole week on just Woodz, and I'm very excited. And I'm hoping, if things go right, I want to actually take Tuesday up as well and do Unique as well, his original group. Now, if I'm being honest, we're not going to be doing the usual debut because we're focusing on Woodz. So if we can, hopefully, if I'm lucky, we can extend into Tuesday and talk about it there. But, we can still kind of discuss some things for sure. So anyway, let's check out Woodz' debut song, known as Pool.
조금 불안해 너가 내 여자라는 게 안 믿기는데 저기 쟤들 봐다 너를 쳐다봐 Hey baby 내 옆에만 있어야 쳐다보지 마 얘 내 거야 커튼을 걷어주면 입을 맞추거나 다시 내 옆에 내놓고 음악을 틀어 Feels like I'm in heaven 어디에도 내 행복의 뜻은 너인 것 같아 보다 큰 선물은 없을 것 같아 이곳은 아무도 모르는 내 스위밍풀 하루 종일 나는 여기서 하고 있어 너가 날 바라볼 때면 I can do anything 날 미치게 만들어 넌 날 미치게 You're diving in my pool
Wow, okay. This is cool. Okay. That was a cool shot. Okay. That's pretty interesting. The interesting thing is like, I'm always open and honest whenever I discuss these things, so don't expect anything different here. Personally, I have to admit, when it comes to um, when it comes to R&B in general, that is not generally a genre that I care too much to mess with. To me, it's fine. It's not something that I always feel like that is going to be the first thing that I reach out to. That being said, I liked this vibe of this particular um, R&B song. At least that's how I felt. It felt very R&B to me, but it kind of had a almost a lo-fi vibe to it, and I liked how towards the end here it kind of had this like old mono sounding section where the intentionally the quality kind of goes down. And I think it actually just really cements this is a pretty interesting song. I really like how their voices work together. He is a little bit more strong. He has a little bit more power to him, and she's kind of got that nice lilty vibe to her voice. And I think it's a very nice compliment. Okay, I had to go and re-look up her name before I made a fool of myself. Sumin, really, really like how she works well with it, or with his voice, how well that is. It's so complimentary. And to me, I think as this is technically the debut song, we talk a lot about how the debut song is kind of a make or break. Some people are too polished, some people are not polished enough. Some people just really sound like that they're too anxious. A lot of times the songs are very basic. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with a debut song, regardless of, if it's a soloist or a group and how it's performed. And I do think that because the fact of the matter is that he has experience in debuts and knows what to expect. I think that that's one thing that's been kind of something that is on his side. So I do have to say, though, I think that this is a very good debut song. And one thing that I noticed, even from the songs that we have had from Woodz on the channel, one of his biggest strengths to me personally, one is, yes, the genuine emotion. Two is how patient he is with the music itself. He provides this realistic, almost as if it's a conversation style of vibe with how he handles the vocals. To me, it's a very solid way of handling the song itself. Very, very relaxed and poised, patient, and yet it still gets the whole vibe across. And I think that this is actually just a really charming song. I really do. So very cool. I think this is a solid A for me. If I was to judge just on this song, I would give it an A. You could even talk me into A plus. Like, I think that this is a really solid debut song. I think it's good. Next, we are going to be moving on to the song Different. So yeah, we have a good debut song. Let's see how it continues. We are going to be going mostly in release order, in chronological order. So we're going to see kind of an evolution. There was a couple songs that I had to add at the very end, so my apologies. I don't know where those were released. Anyway, let's check this out, shall we? Seems like it's still the same era by Dress. Ooh. That's cool.
여자 different 누가 맞고 틀린 게 아니야 길이 달라 둘은 I know you're gonna but you love me I know you're gonna but you love me 그런데 만약 네 표정이 거짓이었다면 나는 누굴
Okay, a little bit more rap heavy.
솔직히 말해 뭐 때문인데 이해하려 해도 되질 않는데 내가 질렸다고 말을 해 다른 놈이 생겼다고 말을 해 나를 위해서 조금이라도 너를 미워할 수 있게 거짓말이라도 해줘 나는 지금
Woo! Okay.
아무것도 못하고 있어 너 때문에 You don't miss me 우린 너무 달라 we're so different 우린 너무 달라 we're so different 우린 너무 달라 we're so different How can we stop this world I'm still bleeding babe
That's nice. He's got a cool voice.
너와 나 사이 막은 게 뭔데 정말 여기까지가 다 너와 나만 무슨 말이라도 해버릴 거 아냐 이미 난 혼자 정리를 단 듯해 단 한동안 아플 듯해 우린 너무 달라 we're so different 우린 너무 달라 we're so different 우린 너무 달라 we're so different
Yeah, I have some thoughts.
내 맘을 정리하는 건 내 몫인 걸 알아 I know you don't think a lot you don't think a lot Cause you look so happy with him 네가 행복하길 바래 그게 내가 아니어도 돼 나에게 난 모자란 것 같아 우린 너무 달라 we're so different 우린 너무 달라 we're so different 우린 너무 달라 we're so different
Wow. Oh, it's so atmospheric. That is very nice. This is the same group or the same label as Yena, who's like currently my favorite. Yena and IU are my two like big go-tos for the girl side of things. Okay, so I say this a lot. Actually, I haven't said this in a long time. For me, the most important thing of any song is, and this is what I always think is most important of an artist. The most important thing is to convey whatever the emotion of the song is. You have to be able to, when somebody listens to it, because magic, or it's a form of magic. Music is just the ultimate form of magic. And I think to myself, one of the most underrated genres when it comes to feeling emotion, if they make you feel emotion, which sadly enough, a lot of times the genre kind of overlooks this part, is rap. When somebody has the idea to be able to make an emotional song that you can kind of connect with, and it's done a little bit more with this hip-hop rap kind of vibe, it has so much more potential because it is a grounding level genre if it's allowed to be. And so mixing that in with the R&B vocals and giving you that nice little hip hop vibe and making it that atmosphere, and it's so nice because the whole time the emotion that I'm feeling is wanting to be aloof, but also like still saying and being upfront with what hurts and understanding the consequences of how you're feeling versus the other person. And I think he does that very well, even early on. And I like that. I think that he does a very good job at creating and allowing the atmospheric part of the song to exist. And that is, again, this is what I'm talking about. He's very patient with his music, and I absolutely love how he handles this. because this is not an ordinary skill or talent. It's not. This is a very good start. This is a very good start to the week. Holy cow. We are in for a treat. If he keeps this quality up, this is going to go down in history as like one of the best OWCs. I'm not even joking. Crazy. So good at that emotional aspect of the song and making you feel that song. Well done. It's like somebody hurt him. And he's writing out in a journal how and what hurts. It's very good. And for the last song of the day, we are going to be doing Meaningless. And if this continues down the same level of quality, yeah, we are in for a great week. And this is an extremely consistent artist, even from the very get-go. Let's check it out. Woodz. Oh, hold on just a quick second here. Quick second. Thought I had subtitles on. I did not. Okay. 쫓아 살아가는지 모르겠어 이제 왜 사는 게 사는 건지 작업을 해도 이걸 내가 왜 하는 건지 집에 가면 생각이 깊어지면 또 안 오지 Get it away, get it away, keep it away, keep it away 고민을 내게서 떼어내 너무 나를 더 복잡하게만 해 I don't need too much 뭐든지 깊을 수 있고 찾고 싶어 왜 기분을 만든다 했나요? 다른 날씨에 난 기분이 나빠요. 언제까지 기다려야 하나요? 하늘이 어찌 저를 더 떠내려 가길 원해 난 원해 아무것도 남지 않았으면 모든 게 의미 없어 너를 얻기 위해 사는데 This is very nice. That's so cool. 찾고 싶어 왜 Very cool. You know, honestly, the theme that I find so interesting when I listen to this, I'm always a little bit cautious. I always tell people this, that when you're writing a song, you have to be careful if there's like a lot of repetitiveness. We'll let this run out for a second longer. Give him the view fully. Maybe we get something here at the end, huh? Yeah, sometimes you have to be careful with the repetitiveness because obviously it can seem simple, it can seem lazy, it can seem like it's uninspired. However, there is a form of writing when it comes to, certain styles that do require you to be more. The word I want to use is it forces you to be more thoughtful. It kind of it forces you into thinking a little bit differently. A lot of times in some forms of writing, it's very important to notice when things are repeated. Because a lot of times that person is trying to get something for you to remember. There's a reason why that is used. But I think that's not even necessarily the most important part about this. It's because there is a duality to this song. He is giving us this song, this vibe of a song, where a lot of the song is really kind of feels like when you're in a state of depression, where you're just kind of numb and delirious. And I'm not saying that he is depressed, but I would say that this is kind of more of a depressing song. And when you're in that kind of like sluggish, delirious state, it makes sense as to why the lyrics would be like that. Because then there's these moments where he snaps and he goes to the other side and he starts having this really well thought out, well planned verse and like lyrics that are very well strung together that are thoughtful and thought provoking. And it shows that kind of duality there, And I love the fact that he's able to do this so early on. Like I said, I kind of had a feeling the first time that I heard, Woodz, that I felt like that we are going to be getting somebody who's just really, really smart with how lyrics are being written. It seems like he's been at least pretty hands-on with how he writes songs. And the fact that he has this ability to do the duality like that, to kind of give you that crystal clear vision, the crystal clear, I want to say this, but also remember when, you're kind of in those low moments to kind of give you that delirious state. This song is the most atmospheric, and I didn't think that we were actually going to get more deeper into that kind of vibe or into those weeds. But I'm glad that he did, because it is a massive payoff. This is a very smart person. Beautiful, beautiful. I love how he did this song. Great song, great first day. Great first day. This has been awesome. I think that we're going to have a lot of fun, and I think we're going to be able to learn a lot, and this is cool. I think that this is going to be a very strong educational and learning week, but also knowing and being able to feel what he's written. This is just an all-around sensory experience. Very cool. Let me know what y'all think, and we will discuss this down in the comments below. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. See you Tuesday. Goodbye.